Yep, so I think we can begin. So, hello everyone, and welcome to the weekly KubeVirt community meeting. If there's someone new here that wants to say hi and introduce themselves, this is the time.
Hey guys, nice to see you. First time here.
Hey, good to see you. Do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Yeah, my name is Yogev Cohen, based in Israel, working in Lightbits Labs, and I was hoping to get some inputs on KubeVirt ecosystem.
Cool, great to see you. We have the meeting notes. I sent the link in the chat. You can add any topics to there, or I will circle back to you. After we finish the agenda.
Mhm.
So um, let's start the agenda. So I see there's a point here. Sidhu, do you want to present it?
Yeah. So can I share my screen or you will open? Yeah, you open it
Yeah.
actually. So yeah, actually this is about the Cirrus image in the KubeVirt E2U test. S3NDX doesn't support it, and because of this, we are not able to enable most of the E2U tests across compute storage network in the upstream. And but when I try to actually replace the Cirrus with Alpine and some places Fedora, so they're actually working. I tested with S3NDX, and so I want to propose this to deprecate the Cirrus usage and then maybe um, go with Alpine or Fedora to actually maintain the consistency across all the architecture. And here are my some of my observations, which I put so Cirrus also requires 128 MB, and also we can do the same with Alpine. And yeah, some places I seen like there is 1 MB, 100 MB also Cirrus is cleaning, but there are very less tests, one or two only. And some places where I can't directly replace Cirrus with the Alpine containerized demo because of the tooling which is present inside Cirrus, which is not present in the Alpine. So when I replace them with Fedora and they're all working fine. Yeah, but the constraint here is memory of the Fedora. When I actually observed, it is taking 512 MB, so that increases the consumption, memory consumption. Uh, that is one thing. And actually, I gone through the our repo and find out like how many tests which we have to replace with Cirrus with Fedora other than Alpine. So I just found like it's close to nearly 106 tests across all the six actually, like compute, storage, and network. So yeah, so this is what I want to propose and get the feedback from the community. Yeah, and it's all now. Yeah, that's all from my side.
I'm sorry, how many tests had to beat Fedora?
106 tests. I actually
Oh,
counted them in the test folder. Maybe it's like near to 106. I can say maybe two, three,
oh,
four tests extra might be there. Yeah.
do you know what percentage that is of all tests? 10% or something?
Overall, if I remember correctly, it's 1600 tests total. I mean,
Okay.
when exact count current time I didn't remember, but when I was, I think sometime back when I remember, it's like 1600 tests, and so this will be 100 out of 1600. So maybe 10% like that, I think.
Interesting. Maybe we can get around the tooling problem by just adding the necessary tooling to the Alpine image. I'm not sure how easy it is, but it sounds possible maybe.
Okay. Uh, Actually, that Alpine image is very plain. Means like the ISO, right? They will download and spin up. There is nothing present. Sudo also not present. Like some what I observed is ping also very basic image. Mm. And there is another image Alpine test tooling, but currently that is not supported by S3NTX as well. Yeah.
Eddie, you want to say something?
Yeah, I will comment on the ticket. I think it is a problem to move from something like Cirrus or even Alpine to Fedora. It's not only about the memory; it's also about CPU and the time it takes for it to come up. So it has more resources that it. Like if we are talking about 100 tests or something like that, and in each test you may have one or more of them, it may be significant, and that's not easy. So I don't even know what will be the difference between the Cirrus and the Alpine. But I guess
Okay.
that if it is possible to move some of the things to the Alpine, that's like probably something that may get in. It's like is maybe easier even to maintain. And my suggestion is that there is another option to explore. I don't know how practical it is or how hard it will be to do it. Is to try from outside, like when you run the test, so you can tell it with what to run. Like you will have like let's say we have now three options, so you could give it like an alternative. But for that, we will need some kind of small infrastructures because currently the different guests have different logins and have some methods that are dependent on which guest we are running. So if we do something like that from outside, then we'll have to fill it up. Like we need to structure it somehow. I don't know. But that's like if think about it, that you are running your test and you can say I have the infrastructure to run the S390X. So I'll put there enough machines for me to run it in some downstream. So you could or even upstream, and then you don't care, it will take twice the time, so you can run it. So you'll say that I want to replace all Cirrus with Fedora. That's it, just for your execution.
Outside, it means like I didn't get clearly.
It's like a configuration file or an input to the execution
Oh,
of the test.
okay. So, okay, like some S3 index configuration, and we'll put like use this image like and Fedora for all the tests, and then this login. Okay, like that.
Yeah.
But
The problem
but
with there is that you'll have to go to all
mm,
the tests almost and then put it in some structure so you can replace this per your input. I don't know if it's that hard, but maybe you can try with one or two tests and see how it works.
okay.
Yeah, I think initially we tried that approach, right? Sidhu? Some tests. So you're proposing based on the architecture for S3X, choose the Alpine or Fedora. Non-S3X architecture, go the same approach, use the Cirrus, something like that.
He's proposing some configuration file like I think when we see in tier 2 tests, right, like similar to like that, we provide that configuration and the test will like dynamically take like so when we provide the tester index config and then the test will take Fedora for every test and for x86 it will take the Alpine one, something like that. Haas is I mean suggesting. But another way, as Anand you're telling, is that we can put an if condition, and uh, based on the arc we can use Fedora, like if S3 and X, then we use Fedora and otherwise, but that will make the code bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's initially they. Oh, yeah, I heard some
Mm.
initially when we try, we send the peer similar approach.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think someone commented introducing
yeah,
the architecture specific to the test. That replacement also not everywhere. Like the get the Fedora, we change the one single return the function so that based on the architecture it will return the Fedora or Alpine or Cirrus, something like that. But yeah, but we thought to, yeah, we are going the different approach based on the architecture here. So after we came here, like maybe we can use the same image for irrespective architecture. That's the reason we come with this solution. We thought this is the best approach. Yeah, the Fedora one maybe we can see. Maybe we have to see. There's other what I think someone mentioned. Which tools are missing? We can install it. But moving to Cirrus to Alpine, I think is it. There is no harm I feel because it is using the
uh,
similar CPU and memory.
mm,
Instead of Fedora, we'll see what tools are we are missing. The same tools we can use the install it, or there's one more image called Alpine tooling. Right now that is not supported for S390X. Maybe we can see how to enable that one.
yeah. And one question from Igor, like he's asking how difficult it is to port Cirrus for S3 index. Anand, you think you explored it, right? Like, and there it's little difficult. Like it is using some different boot mode. Can you uh, tell me?
Yeah, instead I tried. It is yeah, more efforts, and we have to maintain that one also. Uh, b- this is for just for testing the test. We have to put a lot of efforts to maintain these things. And this test also, I can see a lot of images are used like Cirrus, Fedora, Alpine. Uh, maybe uh, yeah, maybe we can stick with some particular OS. Like
Okay.
Cirrus will take. Yeah, as per my understanding, Cirrus enabling the OS for only for testing. It is a huge effort for us.
Mm, okay.
Have you talked with OpenStack guys? Like the Cirrus, if I'm not mistaken, is coming from OpenStack. Don't they have don't they have any experience with this? Like, how do they test it? Did they ever test it something like that there?
Actually, it's not at all supported, this RS OS, and yeah, we haven't asked them. Like, so when we explode in the upstream, there is no support. Like, yeah, maybe we'll just go. We'll ask them. Yeah.
I mean, OpenStack, the project OpenStack, I think they created Cirrus originally for testing virtual machine. So I
Okay.
just wonder if they are an upstream project. So I I wonder if I hope they are still alive. So maybe they have like some input. Maybe they use something else for or they never tested it. I don't know. It's a good input to get, maybe.
I think they never tested because this is S3 Intex is IBM hardware specific, our own hardware. It is not exposed to outside.
Mm.
Uh, I, I, I I don't they are aware of our hardware about internal things.
Yeah, but they have like OpenStack have a lot of downstream projects, so maybe one of them did it. I don't know.
Mm,
It's just something maybe you can check. I'm not sure.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. So another thing, like one thing, another like thing is like, are you? I mean, from the community side, you're all fine. Like wherever the place, Cirrus can be replaced with Alpine. So is that fine? Because I don't see there is memory increase in that perspective. as much as I explored, like 128 MB, it was able to spin back. Another thing, ARM is actually taking more in this context. I think 256 MB something when I explored. So maybe if we leave Fedora, like those things, and for now until we find out that thing, and can we proceed with this wherever the place Cirrus is there, where it can be replaced directly with Alpine? Can we proceed there? Like that one thing I want to ask, because that way we can enable like so many tests, like not all, but like compute lot of coverage can be covered from the SIG compute. Like I think it will be maybe some 200, 300, I think. Yeah. So that one also, that another thing also I want to get the feedback like from the community. Uh,
I think we need someone from SIG Compute to comment on this, but from my side, I don't think, I remember they are very similar. So if it will work with Alpine, then I think it's okay, but I don't know if there are other concerns.
Thanks, Edward.
Anyone here knows about differences between Cirrus and Alpine in this regard? Does anyone care if it runs with Cirrus or Alpine?
I don't know. The immediate concern I have, for example, I don't remember the exact difference, but it's from a test time perspective. Like you mentioned, how much time, if it will significantly increase the lane run, then it could be a problem, I think, from
Yeah,
side perspective.
I think they are very similar. I don't know if maybe it's wrong, but it needs to be checked. But if I
Boost time
remember,
is
yeah.
boost time identical, then fine.
Maybe
From what? Sorry.
maybe Sido should run some benchmarks regarding boot time and memory constraints and consumption and bring it up here. It will be easier to decide.
Yep, sounds
Okay.
good. I think that like you wrote there that they both require 128 megabytes. Did you take it from our source code? Because I'm not sure that we were sure. You know, maybe we just
Yeah.
set something there.
Yeah,
Like,
your source code. Yeah. So it will, the function new Alpine, it will take 128 MB memory. Yeah.
Yeah. So from what I understand, I know that Alpine is actually suited for production, and it's a little bit bigger than Cirrus. Cirrus is supposed to be a bit smaller and not suited, like, by design is suited only for testing. However, I'm not sure if that's negligible or not. I mean, I guess we would need to have some benchmarks, as Yogav said, and then we could decide more easily.
Yeah, sure. Sure, Itmar. So I will like come with the benchmarks, like so maybe I will take some those tests and we'll see, like on x86 I will try first like how much time it increases in the to complete the test. And yeah, I will check that thing then. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, awesome. I carefully would say that I would guess that it doesn't make that much of a difference, but yeah, benchmarks would be great.
Sure. Yeah, Jed, I will open a PR and we'll see. We'll like trigger the test, ETV test, and we'll see, like we'll compare with the existing existing run, and we'll see. We'll there find out. Sure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Any other thoughts on this topic? Cool. So I think we can move on. There is another point that Yogev sent me privately. Yeah, I'll add it to the doc later. So regarding this issue, Yogev, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, I'm working for a storage company. We provide block storage over the network, and we use a lot of VMs to test our product. Our product is utilizing NVMe drives, a lot of them by the thousands. So basically, in order to simulate a machine, we need to access NVMe drives, and there is this functionality was added a few years ago to QEMU, the ability to emulate NVMe drives. It's working on KubeVirt, and it's also working on Proxmox. You are able to have an NVMe drive exposed to you on the guest OS, and the backing store is just a file. It's working like SCSI or Virt.io, but it has NVMe interface externally. And so this is why we want it and use it. And this is an example that I showed that it's working on Proxmox as well. We have like hundreds of VMs today that we utilize in our CI. And there are two issues. One of the issues that I detected is that the CentOS image that is coming with a Virt launcher, for some reason, CentOS Stream 9 comes with a QEMU KVM, but it's not compiled with the NVMe emulated support. There is an example here that I show the same Fedora 40, I guess. It is pre-compiled with the NVMe emulation support. So the question is, how would we enable this upstream to be able to get QEMU support for this functionality? And once we have that, the other issue is that we would like to maybe add it to the API. Basically, for my testing, I added a sidecar hook that manipulates the DOM and just changes all the Virt.io that I specified to be NVMe drives. Everything is here. So it was posted like a week ago, but I didn't get any inputs. So I figured I would come and ask about it.
Cool. And yeah, it was a very busy week because of the code freeze for the upcoming release. So I guess that's the reason. I mean, so I see that Shelly from Storage tagged a few people here. Yeah, Storage folks would be the best to answer this, but in general, this looks like pretty good to me. From what I understand, we just need to allow a new value for the bus option on the VMI. I think that makes sense. Are you familiar with our proposals procedure? Let me show.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we need a different QEMU version for this as well.
Yeah, that's the problem, not the API.
Yeah, it's not, but yeah.
Yeah, this is the first issue. These are two, basically, these are two issues baked into one. One of them is the QEMU version coming with a CentOS stream. The other one is enable it as a first-class citizen in the API. So I think the first one will enable the second one. The second one is easy to overcome using a sidecar. I would prefer it will be supported by the API, but I can override it using a sidecar functionality. The first one is more headache to maintain my own Virt launcher.
But I think the which by the way, which OS, which distribution you saw that it is in by default?
Fedora 40, you have, if you scroll down a bit, there is an example for, I just took the Fedora 40 container, installed the QEMU, and saw that the driver is there. And I also tested it with Ubuntu and Alma and Rocky. Everything is coming from the upstream as it is. I don't know why CentOS doesn't support it.
Hi. So as you figured out, if CentOS doesn't support it, we cannot support it because it's basically few people helping us with the CentOS fixes being there if we need something, and for the Fedora we wouldn't get the same treatment, I believe, and therefore, unfortunately, I need to say you are on your own and you need to build the custom Virt launcher and then use the sidecar, because otherwise we cannot support this in the long term.
Although we could check why they don't have it in. If this is like, we could check internally, or you could check why they don't have it default in CentOS stream. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know the community there. I would probably try to find them out. But if you can help with this, I would appreciate it. I will take it on my side as well. Try to, I don't know who to ask, but I will look it up. Okay, so you're just saying that I should take it up with CentOS and try to get it from upstream, or bring my own Virt launcher. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Gav, and yeah, you can send us, by the way, questions on Slack or through email. I know people haven't been responsive in the last week, but again, it was a very busy week, so sorry for that. So yeah, see you all in the upcoming C-Compute meeting, and have a great week. See ya.
You too. Bye bye.
Thank you. See you.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.